Hello everyone, my name is Diamond and today I'm going to be giving a tutorial on how to fill in your eyebrows. There's a saying in the makeup community that goes, the eyebrows make the face. Here is a visual representation of what that saying means. This face sends a different message than this face. And the only thing I changed in those two faces was the positioning of my eyebrows. Now, as powerful as eyebrows are, defining them doesn't have to be as difficult as it may seem. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to fill in your eyebrows for your makeup look in just 3 simple steps. We're going to outline our eyebrows, we're going to clean up that outline, and then blend in our concealer. This tutorial has been used by many. I've used it myself personally for the past 2 years or so, and it's helped me get better at defining my eyebrows, and I feel comfortable sharing this for its simplicity. So for this demonstration, the materials you're going to want to use are a mirror. I use a mirror that is normal on one side and then magnifies the reflection by about 3 times on the other side. And I do use both sides. I also have an eyebrow brush with one end to brush out your eyebrows and then one end to dip in your pomade to go around your eyebrows. I have a brow pomade that is a little bit lighter than my eyebrow hairs. I also use 2 concealers, one that's lighter than my skin and one that's about the shade of my skin once it's blended in well. I have a flat brush for my concealer to apply it, and then I have this little crease brush to help me blend out my concealer when I'm finished. So the first step we're going to want to do is brush out our eyebrow hairs. You just want to brush in the direction that your eyebrow grows. This is going to help to define it. It's going to help you to see the actual outline of your eyebrow, which you're going to want to outline with your brow pomade. So using the other end of my eyebrow brush, I'm going to dip it in my pomade just a little bit. You never want to add too much when you're trying to outline your eyebrow because it's a lot more difficult to work with the pomade when it's too much in your eyebrow than when it's not enough. If it's not enough, you can just add it as you need. So taking my mirror, I'm going to take my pomade and just outline the bottom line of my eyebrow like so. And just follow my arch around. So that's my bottom line. I'm going to create another line on the top that's going to meet where that bottom line did, and it's going to bring my eyebrow up to a point at the end. So once you have this outline, you can go ahead and take a little more pomade and just do some light strokes throughout the tail of your eyebrow. And you want to make those strokes a little bit lighter as you get toward the center, as the eyebrow hairs in the middle of the eyebrow are always a bit darker than the tail. And as I said, you don't want to have too much pomade. It's better to have not enough than too much. And then once you have this in your eyebrow hair, you can take the other end of your brush that you use to brush your hairs out and use it to blend. And it's okay if the outline doesn't look perfect because we're going to use our concealer, and that's going to help to define the brow a little bit more and clean up some of the mistakes that were made. So now that my eyebrow is brushed out to a point that I know I can work with my concealer, I've already got some of my concealer on the back of my hand here. I have my lighter shade and then I have the shade that's closer to my skin tone. Taking my flat brush, I'm going to use the lighter shade to go underneath my eyebrow. And the reasoning for this is because whenever you pluck hairs, typically the skin underneath your hair is a little bit lighter. So that's just going to create that effect using the lighter concealer. And then afterwards, I'll go in with a darker concealer at the top of my eyebrow because you can see that the skin underneath my eyebrow is lighter than the skin on top. So use my lighter shade and just trace a line underneath. And then you can kind of bring that line down for making blending easier. And then I'm going to use the shade that's closer to my skin tone and follow my tail down and then kind of blend it toward the center of my eyebrows. And just one simple stroke. You don't want to mess with it too much when you're going on top. Easier to just take your time and follow your eyebrow than it is to make choppy sort of sketch lines. So after that's done to my liking, And remember, you can always go and use more concealer if you feel like you messed up a line. But this is about the way that I do my eyebrows, the way this looks. I'm gonna take my crease brush and just blend out the concealer. And this is gonna make the lines look a little less harsh. It'll make it look more like my skin tone around my eyebrow. And this part also helps clean up the little hairs that grow back in. If you haven't just freshly gotten your eyebrows waxed, this blending technique helps to cover up any hairs that maybe were missed or that have grown back in. So I also like to blend in the middle of my eyebrow just to make it look more natural. And you can take your time blending. This is probably the most important part. But once you have it blended to your liking, I think it's also important to put your mirror far away and look at your eyebrows and see how you like them, because that's how the world is going to perceive you. People typically aren't going to be up close to you looking at the concealer lines underneath your eyebrow. But once it's blended out to your liking, you're done. And you would just copy the same thing on the other side of your face. So this has been my eyebrow tutorial. I hope it can help you in your makeup, and I hope you have a better understanding of the materials and the steps that I like to follow to fill in my eyebrows. Thank you.